Hi everyone, welcome back to the Unapologetic Me. As always, I am Angelica, and I am here to bring a little bit of your spiritual forecast for tomorrow. It will be for Sunday, 26 April 2026. My readings are not timeless. They are essentially for the day that I specify. I try not to do any generalizations of as much as possible for these readings. I think they're generalized enough. So if you are seeing this on the 26th, awesome. Then maybe there's something that's meant for you to be taking out of this. If you're seeing this on a different day that is not April the 26th, 2026, then chances are it's either the algorithm or the universe guiding you to one of my more recent videos to see if there's something in there in store for you. So, with that being said, we are going to pull out the deck that we will be using today. And as you can see, I will be using the Enchanted Crystal Tarot deck. I think they're really pretty. But as I go through the descriptions of the cards that do get pulled, I will be going based off of the Rider-Waite deck, which is the more traditional decks that you see whenever you see people doing tarot. And I'll be utilizing, as always, the Big Book of Tarot Meanings. In time, I hope I can continue studying to where I don't need to read them, but right now I will be using them. And I think it also kind of helps you guys as well when I get into like describing what I'm seeing and everything. So with that being said, let's get to it. Heavenly Divine 3 in 1, the Father, the Mother, the Son, thank you for residing in my temple and coming to relay guidance and advice for my highest good and the highest good of the collective. I rebuke and return any negative energies or entities with the intent to interfere or intercede in these readings. I'm asking for advice and guidance from our ancestral spirits, the ancestors specifically of time. I'm also asking for assistance from those assigned to guard and guide us from the time of our birth to the time of our death. And I'm also asking for the highest versions of ourselves on the spiritual plane to show up and relay any messages for guidance or advice. In Jesus' name I pray, through the Son of God, amen. Okay, so in the weekly layout that I did on the 19th, the card that was picked for tomorrow, the 26th of April, I'm doing this on the 25th right now, so by the time you guys see it, should be the 26th. So, but the card that was picked for today was Strength in Reverse. And Strength in Reverse pointed to self-doubt, pride, weakness, cowardice, and abuse of power. So it could be a little bit of imposter syndrome in your life from yourself, or it could be someone like an external influence. So someone that you know that could be exhibiting these traits towards you in some facet. For these readings, they are I'll be reading from the higher guidance section of the book. If you want more specific aspects, love, friendship, career, money, health even, I would have to take those readings individually. I don't like doing those specific aspects for a general group because I don't want someone to take away the wrong message and run with that. So I want those readings to be more specific. So if you want something more specific, drop me a comment. I'm also on the Facebook channel, The Unapologetic Me, so you can shoot me a DM there as well. Eventually I'll have a Patreon set up where you can do more individual ones, but for now, higher guidance only. All right, so we're looking as to what was behind the Strength in Reverse. So it looks like we got a King of Pentacles in reverse, and we're also looking for the advice to overcome that obstacle of Strength in Reverse. What is needed to overcome that reverse strength? Oh, thank you, Spirit. All right, looks like we got a twofer. Okay. So behind the Strength in reverse is the King of Pentacles in reverse, which at first glance, your keywords for that would be coldness, moodiness, emotional manipulation, and scheming. So it looks like this could be either two ways. It could be internally. You could have a little bit of emotional manipulation and coldness and moodiness within yourself going on, which is what is causing that reverse strength, that self-doubt, that pride. Or you could have, there could be someone in your life who is bringing these things to the table because of these motivations of manipulation behind it. So before we go into your 7 and 9, I'm going to put these over here. I'm going to crack open the book just so I can show you a little bit more of what the King of Pentacles typically looks like in a Rider-Waite deck and the symbolism behind it. Almost. Okay, so we're starting. Okay, almost there. Okay, so as you can see, the King of Pentacles is, he's got that drip going. Like, he's pretty decked out in butter. It's all about abundance and opulence with him. You can see that he's sitting on this very nice, looks like an onyx throne, like it's a black throne. He's not even facing his kingdom. He's faced away from his kingdom. Like, they're so taken care of, I don't even gotta look at him. He's got a giant pentacle in his hand. He's got his scepter. And he's got grapes. It looks like he's got grapes all over his robe. So it's thriving. He's got one foot up, propped up on like a stone. So he's just chilling. Like, he is very unbothered. He's very unbothered and everything is like lush and thriving. So if that is him upright, what is he in reverse? So in the reverse, he's more stubborn, miser, which is kind of like a penny pincher, like think Scrooge. Scrooge from I forgot, it was a Christmas Carol. He's kind of like that. Like, he's just like really watching all his pennies. He's impulsive with decision making, but he also has poor judgment. So if this guy is like the epitome of like financial abundance, it's the opposite of that. Like, this dude is really bad at business. He's really bad at planning, materialistic. Yeah, it specifically says bad business here. And then over here in this book, you can actually read a little bit more on the King of Pentacles upright. But our focus is going to be him in reverse. So for higher guidance, it says, money is causing issues and your guides are asking you to look at why. Ask yourself, am I so focused on money that I've lost sight on my purpose? Or maybe you don't have a great money mindset and it's time to make friends with money rather than fear it. You're being called to fix your money issues. So this person or this, either this person, this external person or yourself is having some kind of issues internally when it comes to money, when it comes to making money, keeping money, doing smart moves with money, whatever it is, money's on your mind and it's not in the healthiest of ways, or money is on this person's mind and not the healthiest of ways. So what I'm going to do is say that that kind of thinking is what leads us to the Strength in reverse. So I'm going to swing over to the Strength in reverse and just take a look at that. Okay, so Strength in reverse is kind of peaceful. Like you have the yellow, which is pretty like tranquil, and it's just got a overall positive vibe. You see that there's this maiden who's got all this lush green foliage on her, and she's just very loving with this lion. Like this lion is some type of like, it's the king of the jungle. So like it's something, it's a beast to be feared, but she doesn't fear it. She's holding its head in almost like a pet kind of way. So it's kind of like taming that inner beast when you see this. It's the lion isn't really outside of the maiden. It is the inner part of the maiden. So you kind of see the maiden taming the inner beast within herself. All around you do see that they're in like this really nice lush foresty area, and so the overall vibe is like really peaceful. She does have an infinity sign above her head as well, is what I'm noticing. So let's see, they have a white gown that symbolizes purity of her intentions. You have the infinity symbol is supposed to showcase calm energy surrounding the woman and the lion, representing her infinite strength and knowledge. The lion represents passion, desire, and the animalistic tendencies of human nature. So it's being tamed. So if this card upright is saying that all these things are being tamed and she's at peace with herself, you would think that the reverse of this would be the inverse of all of those things. So instead of strength, you have weakness. Instead of being secure in themselves, you have vulnerability and self-doubt, imposter syndrome, repression, aggression, force. So this person is not very sure of themselves. Violence, fear. So acting out and acting on fear, fear-based actions. So this person essentially has all these things going on, and it seems to stem from this type of chaotic, untamed mindset that they have around money. So that could either be internally, where you're struggling with your money mindset, and it could be leading you to be making some terrible decisions, some impulsive decisions when it comes to money. Again, this isn't specific about finances, but these two cards back to back speaking to each other in this way, it does seem like you might want to be careful on any financial decisions that you may be making. Or there may be somebody around you who is acting in a way for personal financial gain and in a very manipulative manner. So just keep that in mind with those two cards. That was your situation and the piece of information that's behind that situation, like what's causing that situation of the day to occur. Now, for your advice card, two cards fell out in the upright. You have the Seven of Pentacles and you have the Nine of Swords. Pentacles tends to deal more with like money and finances. Swords tends to deal more with conflict and handling conflict. So we're going to take a look at the Seven of Pentacles first. And if I'm not mistaken, the Seven of Pentacles may have come out earlier this week in the reverse. So now it's in the upright. So that's good to know. I think we saw it like either yesterday or a day before. Don't quote me on that. My memory is not the best. But yeah, we have the farmer who's overseeing the crop, and they're not looking overjoyed because it's not harvesting as much as they thought it was going to harvest, or maybe the pentacles just didn't come out as big as they thought it was going to flourish because of the size of the bush. I don't know, but there is a little bit of disappointment with the lack of growth or reward. So let's see here. Looking at the higher guidance portion, it says patience, grasshopper. Waiting things out can be frustrating, but you're being guided to remember the bigger picture and know that the time, energy, and effort you put in now is critical for fruitful future. Okay, so this card is asking you to have patience. I'm going to come back to this when I tie it all together in the end, but this one is definitely saying have patience, try not to rush your blessing. And then the final one is the Nine of Swords upright, which, yeah, it's kind of, it seems like a very bleak picture overall. The scene looks dark. You have this person who looks like they've either can't sleep or been woken up from like a nightmare and despair. You have all of these swords going through, going behind them, and I can't remember where I read it once, but it was very interesting that they pointed it out that the bottom three are going through the head, the throat, and like their heart chakra. So whatever this is completely just messing them all the way up. At the bottom, it looks like there's some type of scene. Yeah, the carving on her bed depicts a person being attacked or murdered, adding to the ominous and disturbing atmosphere. And the black wall reflects her feelings of despair and hopelessness. So this has anxiety, fear, nightmare, stress, resentment, guilt, mental anguish, consumed by worry. So the advice that I'm seeing right now is to have patience, to give yourself patience, to give yourself time to work on whatever it is that you got going on, or you're going to just keep building that anxiety and fear and having a lot of sleepless nights on it. Let's see, your anxiety feels so overwhelming, it's hard to know where to begin. Your guides see your struggle and want to wrap you in a big hug. Take comfort in the fact that the way you're feeling is temporary. You've got to pull yourself from the anxious loop and into something more productive. How can you channel your fear and anxiety to help you move through it? Okay, so some of you may be having a particularly rough Sunday. This week may not have been too kind to you. I know earlier in the week it was talking about doing things without a plan and having things backfire and having setbacks and dealing with imposter syndrome and worry and self-doubt. So I think a lot of those things happening throughout the week has culminated to a very rough Sunday. It could also be the fact that you're maybe anxious about something coming in the week ahead, and that's what's causing a lot of this internal strife. So all together, put it all together for you. You have the Strength in reverse, which is dealing with a lot of self-doubt, pride, weakness, cowardice, abuse of power, which could be coming in from the influence of either an internal issue with a money mindset within yourself or a money mindset within someone else, leading them to be manipulative towards you for their own financial gain. So keep an eye out for that. One of the things that is going to need to be had here is patience. Now, this could be patience with yourself for whatever it is that you're working on. It could be patience with yourself for whatever it is you're working on, or it could be give yourself patience before acting on whatever this person comes to you. This person could potentially come to you with some kind of half-baked financial scheme from a messed up money mindset with poor planning and try to manipulate you in some type of way of jumping on that bandwagon. This is telling you that you need to sit on it, wait on it, because it's telling you need to sit on and wait on it because you're feeling some anxiety about whatever this financial decision is. Now, whatever it is, either it's one that you're making on your own that hasn't been thought through from a place of not being in financial alignment with yourself, or someone is coming to you with this and it's causing anxiety. Whatever it is, though, you need to hold out and wait on it. I am being called to use one of these angel numbers from the Angel Number Oracle deck. So I'm going to pull one of these. I'm being called to use this, which I usually don't utilize an Oracle deck because I tend to think that those are very specific as well. So I try not to use them either on this, but I feel like some kind of encouragement needs to be given here. All right, what is meant to be relayed from the Angel Number Oracle deck about this specific reading that I'm seeing right now? I'm hearing three. I'm hearing there's three things that need to be said to you. Now, it could be 3 for the same person, thank you, Spirit, or it could just be 1 for each particular person who's viewing this. But I am hearing 3. Oh, and there's the other 2. All right. So the numbers that I have are 64, 64, 77, and 66. So a lot of synchronicities going on here. So the first one has intuition, the second, awakening. The last one, don't worry. Like I said, don't worry, have that patience. The awakening and intuition, this is for you to have that awakening and intuition about this person or this energy that is within you about the situation. So I'll read this. It says 6464 intuition. Keywords are inner knowing, trust, awareness, mindfulness, reflection, clarity. Cultivate mindfulness daily to strengthen your intuition. Spend time in quiet reflection, focusing on your breath and letting your mind settle into stillness. What is my intuition telling me about the current situation? How can I better listen to my inner voice? Dedicate a few minutes each day to mindfulness or meditation, allowing your inner voice to guide you without distraction. Trust the feelings and insights that arise. So take some time tomorrow or I guess later today, to just kind of sit with this situation and figure out what feelings and what feelings both internally and physically are coming up for you about the situation that is giving you so much anxiety with that 9 of Swords. And if it's someone else, why is it that this person is giving you anxiety about this particular situation? There may be something about it that you're missing, or something about it that you've known for a while but you didn't want to see. The next one is 77, awakening. Enlightenment, breakthroughs, success, epiphany, spiritual growth, transformation. You are undergoing a profound spiritual awakening that will lead you toward a path of success, epiphanies, and breakthroughs in all aspects of your life. In what areas of my life am I experiencing spiritual growth? And how can I harness this awakening to achieve success and breakthroughs? Reflect on recent insights or revelations you've had and consider how you can apply these to create positive changes and breakthroughs in your life. So yes, getting in alignment with your intuition will help you get an epiphany about either the internal mindset you got going on here or the person that's coming to you about that. So give yourself a little bit of a break today to have that check-in with yourself. That pause that I said, that patience, you're going to need that period of patience to do this work so that you can deal with this situation accordingly. So 66, don't worry. Calm, optimism, joy, trust, release, soul's mission. If you've been consumed by worry, fear, or concerns about the physical world, it's time to shift your focus. Move from stressing over material needs to joyfully pursuing your soul's mission with optimism. In what areas of my life am I letting worry hold me back, and how can I redirect my focus toward my soul's mission? Identify one worry or fear that has been consuming your thoughts and take a step today towards a joyful pursuit of your soul's mission, focusing on potential actions and outcomes. So there you have it. There you have it. It looks like it's going to be some type of conflict today, and judging by the court cards that came out, and the suit cards that came out, it's going to be surrounding finances, especially with both the King of Pentacles and the 7 of Pentacles here. So yeah, just take a beat, get in touch with yourself. If you got to journal about it. But yeah, it's telling you to give yourself a pause before you jump on whatever this is, because it's giving you anxiety, and it looks like if you don't give yourself a pause, it's only going to give you more anxiety, as the days and weeks go by. So I hope that helped. I will be on here again probably around the same time tomorrow. I'm going to be doing the layout for the whole week, and I may focus a bit more on specifically Monday tomorrow. So I'll do a full weekly spread and then focus on Monday's card only tomorrow. Well, that's all I have here. I'm tired. It's past midnight, so I will stay unapologetically me. You stay unapologetically you.